Hi everyone and welcome to this lesson. Today we're going to design a speaker. We're going to go through a number of stages and repeatedly use sketches and bodies to create different parts of a speaker. We're going to design the speaker itself, its safety strap, and a control panel. We're going to use the extrude, revolve, and sweep tools. We will refer to the coordinate system and construction axes and planes to support our design. So, let's start. At first, we're going to open a new file and make a speaker profile. I'm not going to sketch an entire profile, but only its half, and will revolve it around the axis. You can use the same dimensions as me, or you can measure your own speaker if you have one and try to imitate it. Basically, we will only need a quarter of the speaker for the sketch because it's symmetrical in both ways and in two axes. The sketch I have now is enough to start with the speaker design. Now I need to mirror the sketch. Make sure to select the Copy option in the Preferences panel. Use the Revolve tool to create the body of your speaker. I'd like to make the edges a little bit smoother. Using Items menu, I'm going to hide the speaker's body and will create another body that will help me cut out the holes in the speaker. This cut body should be on both sides of the speaker, so I will use a construction axis to mirror this object. Now you need to unhide the speaker body and subtract the cut body from the speaker body. I need to make the edges of the hole more smooth. From the side view, I'm going to create a circle, and I will place it in the middle of the speaker body, and I will scale it a little bit to create a filling for the space I've just created. I need to chamfer the edge of this hole so that an entire shape looks more organic. Do not forget to do it on both sides. Now I will create a round shape to make an infill, which is something like a net of my speaker. At first, I'm going to hide that speaker body, and then I'm going to extrude the round profile I've just created. Remember to extrude it in both directions. Merge them all together by using the Union tool. I finished the speaker shape, and now I need to create some control buttons. But before I do so, I'll make my edges a little bit more smooth. I will start by creating a control panel by adding a construction plane. I will make that plane for my construction axis using the Through Edge at Angle option. It is very convenient that I can move the plane and sketch anywhere I want. At first, I need to create a base, which is a very long bar. And on this bar, I'm going to place 4 buttons, which are stop, play, forward, and the switch button. I will also create one additional body that will be the basis for the safety string. Now I will create the shapes of the buttons. I am going to offset the shape I have created to make a tiny technical gap. To create the buttons, pull the bodies of technical gaps towards the speaker and the control bar. Do the same with a safety string base. In the Items menu, you can hide the sketch of your control bar and the construction plane. Chamfer the edges of the control panel bar to make the object look more realistic. Select the face of the inner shape and pull it up to make it look more protuberant. Chamfer the edges by pulling them. Do the same thing with a safety string base. I can't create a button sketch straight on the panel because it's not planar. I need to reuse the previous panel sketch. Go back to the sketch to add some more geometry. Now it's time to draw the control panel symbols. I will use a construction axis to help me create symmetrical buttons. Now it's time to select the sketches I just created. You can hide the construction plane. We're not going to use it anymore. Now I need to add another construction plane, which will help me create a safety strip mount. I am going to create a through edge at angle construction plane, somewhere where I want to model the safety strap mount. Zooming is this great feature I love about Shapr3D. Using just your fingers, you can zoom in and out very fast. You can move your geometry around the same way, and it is very quick and efficient. Once you are done with your sketch, you can extrude it by pulling your closed sketch up. Now it's time to design the safety strap. Yet again, I'm going to use a construction plane through edge at angle. And I'm going to create a construction plane on which I'm going to draw my safety strap profiles. I'll create the profile for the plastic part of the safety string, then I'll create a control point curve from the top view, and then using Sweep tool I'll create the shape. For precision, you will need to sketch a symmetry line somewhere in the middle of the sketch to use as a reference. Now it's time to create a profile to use for the Sweep tool. If your sketch looks short at this point, that is fine. You can relocate the control points and extend the sketch later. If it does not feel convenient to make these changes in the top view, you can switch to the perspective view and do it from there. If you feel like the sketch is ready, use the sweep tool to create a solid object. If you think that the string does not really fit into the overall proportions of the speaker, you can adjust the size and placement of it using Transform tool. Now I will hide the sketches I do not need anymore. I will double tap on a surface to start sketching on it. In order to sketch the string, I will unhide one of the construction planes and will sketch on it. Like previously, create a rough sketch and then relocate the points to achieve the profile you want to have. I truly enjoy the conceptual work because anytime I want to change something, I just go ahead and change whatever I want. And that is so easy to do. I think the bass speakers are way too small, so I'll just delete one of them and I'll scale the other to make it bigger. I think it looks much better now. So I'm just going to apply some colors to my design. In order to color, choose the color that most of the speaker will have. And you can change the colors of the smaller parts and details by tapping on them separately. This is my choice of a color palette, but you can pick your own and be as creative as you want. Remember that the edges are always reflecting the light, so I'm applying the white color to the edges to achieve a more realistic look. I think we've done a pretty good job in this lesson. We went through a couple of important tools and operations which can be used in almost any design. Design is not that hard. Try designing your own model, use your own ideas, and you'll see how easy it actually is. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Subscribe to our channel to never miss out on the new tutorials.